One of the easiest ways to add movement, durability, and a more lifelike profile to your flies is with a dubbing loop. Whether you're tying buggy nymphs, streamers, or soft tackles, this simple technique opens up a whole new range of possibilities. We have our fly to the point where we want to add a loop in, so we're just going to use our finger to create that loop, wrapping back on it, rotating our bobbin over it a few times to close the loop off, and then advancing our thread forward. We're going to attach our dubbing spinner here now, and then grab some of the dubbing that we're going to be using today to form this body. This is some Filthy Foul Dub from Snake River Fly. You can see we're just going to stack this back and forth in our hands, kind of evening up the tips, and then adding it into our loop in a 50-50 manner. You can then use your fingers or a bodkin, whatever your tool is, to kind of spread that stuff out to get it consistent, and then give your dubbing spinner a spin. I'm going to grab our brush here and pick that out, basically untrapping as many fibers as possible. That way when we go ahead and palmer this up the shank, we're going to get a really clean, consistent, I guess, noodle, if you will, in that loop moving forward. That way we don't have any sparse spots. Dubbing loops add durability, profile to your flies, and just a whole different movement complex than just, noodle dubbing it down. At the end here, standard process where we whip finish this off, cut our thread out, and we're going to now pick this out. We're going to give it a little bit of a rotate here at the end, but you're going to see we're picking this out, getting it all nice and fluffy, and then I'll take my fingers and kind of preen all that stuff back, and you can see the profile and bulk that is built there. And then this rotating shot, like I mentioned, kind of showing how it's all dispersed, propping itself up, creating that pulsing, lifelike bug when stripped in the water. The second loop that we're going to do here is a complex loop. Basically, we're going to rinse and repeat those steps, but before we do that, we're going to tie in a body wrap material. In this case, it is some of the Snake River Fly hydro hackle. You can use the extreme string, you can use, anything that comes strung, chenille, you name it, or even hackle feathers. But we've tied in that body wrap material, formed our loop, just like in the standard loop. We're going to take more of that Filthy Foul Dub or whatever your dubbing or loop preference is. Stack that in there and get it all consistent. One nice thing about the NIRVANA dubbing spinner is it does have a tweezer-like tip there where you can now take that body wrap material, pinch it in there, and then you can spin it all together, forming a little more complex loop, just adding a lot more depth to your flies, different textures, different movements. And the same process here, after we have that all spun up and picked out, I'm just going to wrap that up. You can see with all of these dubbing loops or any palmering material, every wrap you're going to want to preen that fiber back, making sure that your next wrap doesn't capture or trap anything. Same process here, pretty standard. We're going to tie that loop off, clean up our wraps a little bit, and then go ahead into a whip finish. After that whip finish is done, you're going to see us brush it out, give you kind of that same view, and just see the depth difference, consistency difference by adding that fiber in there. Dubbing loops, a great addition to your fly tying arsenal. As always, at the end of these videos, we'd like to thank you for watching. If you would hit that like button, subscribe, check out some of our other videos, tips, tricks, fly tying tutorials, and a whole bunch more. And hopefully these tips and tricks make life at the vise a little easier. We'll catch you on the next one.